The Ray Darcy Show on Today FM.
53102 for your text on this Thursday morning. Ruth, good morning. Ruth, good morning. Hiya, hi Ruth. We got an email from Ruth overnight. I can't believe it. My bra buntings have been stolen. It's 1:45 in the morning. Shop alarm set off. It has taken 3 of us a full day to put them together. Help. Now, you put your bra buntings together because you're doing an event for Shave or Die.
Yeah, that's right.
You're in Reflections, is it? Hair salon. Yeah. Whereabouts is Reflections?
It's on Emmet Road in Inchicore.
Right. And what's the event?
Well, we're doing the Shave or Die on Sunday.
Right.
In April Fool's Day. We're shaving lads' chests into the shape of bras.
Very good.
It's just it's a fun thing.
And to advertise it, you decided to get some novel bunting together.
Yeah.
Go on.
And we collected bras for weeks. For weeks collecting bras since we decided to do it. And just everybody passing the shop is laughing and smiling, and there's photographers coming from everywhere to take photographs. I mean, people are stopping in cars, they're getting out, they're taking photographs of them. Like, it's just lovely to see.
How many bras did you have? How many bras?
I can't say.
No, you didn't count them, right? And there were multiple.
Oh, no, I did count them, Ray.
Yeah.
Oh, I did count them. But what I wanted to do was maybe get people to guess how many bras we had.
I see.
To raise more money.
Right,
so I can't divulge.
Very good.
Can't divulge.
You can't divulge the bulge. Very good.
No.
So you put these up as you do with bunting. Where did you put outside the Reflections there?
We put them outside the salon and we tied them to the lights from one side of the road to the other. And we were told there was one complaint. I mean, there was 2 Americans in yesterday taking photographs, and they said that they were going to bring it back to America and do something similar themselves.
Yeah.
What they said was they were going to steal our idea and bring it home to America.
But it's brilliant. It's all connected, you know. Shave or Die for the Irish Cancer Society, and unfortunately, one of the most common forms of cancer in women is breast cancer.
Yeah.
And then what you're doing on Sunday, having the guys, and they have to get their chest hair shaved in the shape of.
Yeah.
You know, it's all a lovely connection, and then
it's
the bras and all
fun,
that.
and to see people smiling for a change. There's been too much doom and gloom in this country. There really has.
And what about you said you had one objection?
Yeah, one objection. A lady came in and just said she found it very offensive.
Right. Okay.
I mean, there's no houses opposite us. There's an elderly lady living up overhead next door, and I thought that she, above anybody, would have a complaint and would find it offensive.
Yeah.
And she knocked into me the other day and handed me €50.
Right.
And told me the best of luck.
So they're gone now. Have you any? Gone. Right.
Gone.
Any idea who might have been responsible?
Well, you see, I don't know. I got a phone call from City Council during the week, and seemingly Catherine Byrne, the local councillor, had a complaint. Right. And she was working on the complaint. But all I had was one. Everyone else was coming in. People that never stood in my shop are coming in to give donations. And a man came in to me the other day with €200 in an envelope.
It's working. Did City Council say that they were going to have to remove them, your bras?
Yeah, they said because Catherine Byrne complained. So I got on to the opposition. I thought I'd fight her with fire. And I got on to Michael Canahan, and he rang me back. He said, you have a stay of execution. I've been talking to the head of the city.
So he's a Fine Gael, he's a Labour councillor, right? Catherine Byrne is on the other line, Ruth. Good morning, Catherine, Fine Gael councillor for the area. Catherine, do you know anything about the disappearance of the bras?
Good morning, Ray, and good morning, Ruth. Ray, I'll be honest with you, this kind of came to my attention Thursday evening. I was coming back from a meeting and saw the row of bras across the street, thought nothing of it, went home. Got up Friday morning to a barrage of calls from local people complaining about these bunting across the road, looking to know was their permissions given, looking to know some people found it very sensitive, the whole idea of stringing a row of bras across the road.
When you say a barrage, Catherine, what do you mean? How many calls did you get?
I had 7 calls, Ray.
7?
7, yes, 7.
Right, and all from different people?
Just on that point, you know what I mean? I am a public representative. If I get 1 call or 10 calls, it doesn't make any difference. It's my duty to follow them up, which I did. I rang the planning department. I asked them, was there any issue about them? They said they didn't know. They put me on roads, streets and traffic, which they did. I spoke to the engineer there. I spoke to a lady there who told me the engineer would back on to me. And the next call I got was Tuesday morning from City Council office, from the engineer's department, to say that the engineer had been out and they had told Ruth in the shop that they'd have to come down on a health and safety issue, and the fact that there was no permission given for them to be strung across the road. It is a main thoroughfare for traffic, and if they fell down, there would be implications around insurance. So I rang Ruth, and Ruth rang me.
Catherine, now.
No, Ruth, hang on a second. No, Ruth, I'm not going Sorry?
What Ruth says you're telling Porky Pies there. What have you got to say?
Well, hang on a second. I don't know what Porky Pies Ruth is talking about, but I'll tell you exactly what happened. So if you allow me.
Okay.
On Tuesday morning, Ruth rang me, and she said she had Tuesday afternoon, I think it was. She rang me and she said she had somebody called out from the council, an engineer, to say that the banner, they had to be taken out.
Did somebody contact you, Ruth, and say they had to be taken down?
Yes, the City Council rang me, and I thought that Catherine would have called around to me, but she didn't.
No, I didn't call around.
Why go straight to the... Why didn't you not ring me, Catherine, or why did you not call around?
Ruth, can I finish what I was saying first? On Friday when I dealt with all the calls, Ray, there wasn't time. I rang the council. I was waiting on them to come back to me. They didn't come back to me on Saturday, unfortunately, because City Council was closed. On Monday, Ruth was closed. I was over there. Catherine. Well, Ruth, you weren't there when I was there, okay? On Tuesday, when Ruth rang me and said that the City Council engineer had called out and told her there had been complaints and that they would have to come down and help you
had complained, Catherine. That you had complained.
Not personally me. That I had complaints that I conveyed to City Council.
So Ruth, Catherine had complained on behalf of the people who complained to her.
Yes, that's right, who rang me.
Right. So, firstly, Catherine, you're a TD. Sorry about that, not a councillor.
No, it's fine, right, it's fine.
And so who took the bras last night?
Well, I'd imagine City Council must have
in the middle of the night. They don't work on Saturdays, and then they're going to, in the middle of the night, under cover of darkness, they set off the poor woman's alarm by taking down the bras.
Yeah.
That sounds a little bit...
So the dagger, Catherine.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Well, Ruth, I didn't take them down, I can guarantee. I don't have a ladder that tall.
But Catherine, that's not the way to do things, is it, really?
Pardon?
That's not the way to do things.
Do what? Take them down?
At 1:45 in the morning.
I don't know what time they were taken down at, Ray.
The
first I knew they were taken down was when I got a call there this morning at 8:30 from your researcher who told me they were taken down. Listen, Ray, I just want to make it very clear to Ruth. I mean, I know Ruth a long time, and I know what she's doing is for a very good cause.
It is.
And I've no problem with that personally myself. But I, as a public representative, have to act when I get queries, and that's what I done.
Okay.
I went to City Council. I didn't make the decision to take down the bras. That was made by the Road Streets Department. They made the decision. They said.
Okay, we know that. Okay, let's see if we can come to. I'm going to put on my Kofi Annan hat or Ban Ki-moon or whatever. Let's see if we can come to some sort of compromise here. Now, the bras. My understanding is that they were across the street. Is there any way, Ruth, that you could, if you got the bras back, you could actually put them on the front of reflections? You know,
they are on the front of reflections.
No, but across the building as opposed to across the street.
They are across the building.
All right, so they've only taken...
There's 2 rows across the building.
I see. So they've only taken the ones that were across the street.
They only took the ones down that were across the thoroughfare, yeah.
Right, okay.
Well, I've been speaking to Michael Canahan this morning, and he said that Catherine, you came back to him.
I did, yes.
You were very angry. You were very angry. So, Catherine, you have enough to be worrying about.
I'm very sorry, Ruth.
Now, without worrying about fun. You're full of doom and gloom.
Yeah.
The bras were fun. They were fun. People were smiling, Catherine.
Yeah, it's a great cause. Like, it's the Irish Cancer Society, and I think very original.
But under the cover of darkness, shame on you.
Now, I suppose at the end of the day,
shame on me. Is that what Ruth said?
She said shame on you when she did, because.
Why would it be shame on me, Ruth? I mean, I had my role as a public representative, in case you don't know, is to represent people when they make queries, and that's what I done. And I went through the right channels. Okay. Now, if you believe I personally asked for them to be taken down, then you're very wrong and very mistaken. I'm sorry to hear that.
That's disingenuous. Obviously, it was because of your complaints that they were taken down. Now,
not my complaints, my queries of people who made complaints to me.
Okay.
Well, why under the cover of darkness, Catherine? Ring the city council now and find out.
Well, they're saying here that maybe it's because the streets were free of traffic. That's the only time they could do it.
We put them up in the middle of the day, and there was no hold up of traffic.
Okay.
And actually, traffic has slowed down on Emmet Road. You know, like, it's not causing any obstruction whatsoever. Like, the cars are slowing down. Normally, you can't get across Emmet Road.
Yeah. Let's see what they're saying here. This country is going clean mad. Shave or die, a great cause, and those idiots in the council have to spoil everyone's fun, says Keith. And are we still such a big bunch of prudes? Can we not have a bit of fun? Is the lingerie section of Dunn's offensive too? As Fionn. Sign of the times, Ray. Not only are local authorities stealing from our pockets, they're stealing our undies too. And the council waited till street and traffic is free. What do you call a brass stretch across the road? A booby trap? A pity she hadn't a load of knickers up. I would be the first to complain. Down with that sort of thing, says Mossy the Mexican. And I drive past those bras every day and think they're great. I was wondering why they weren't there today. Will people ever get a life? Ruth was only doing it for a good cause. Get a life, people. This is a real storm in the teacup. Regards, Sean. Well, is this the type of thing that if people pay their €100 household charge, it's going to pay for this sort of thing? Overtime for Dublin City Council workers to get up in the middle of the night and take bra bunting away from an event that's raising funds for the Irish Cancer Societies. That's what's happening.
Excellent.
Catherine, is that it?
Sorry?
Is that where the part of our €100 household charge is going to go?
Not at all, no.
Because obviously those guys were on overtime last night, weren't they?
Not at all. Sure. Listen, sure. What you call it? The €100 is law.
Yeah.
It's a law. It's brought in by legislation. People have a choice to break the law or enforce it, and unfortunately, some people don't agree with law anyway. So
have you paid yours?
I have indeed. Yeah. Yes. I'm a citizen of the country. I paid me €100.
What's your constituency? Sorry, Catherine.
Dublin South Central, Ray. I live in Inchicore, actually.
Is Crumlin Hospital in your constituency?
It is indeed.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what do you think about the fact that Crumlin are out now with a begging bowl looking for $9 million to save children's lives with their oncology and cardiac units?
Yeah. Well, I suppose I would be always a strong supporter of the hospital, because I've had, on many occasions, my own children have to visit there, and I suppose in the past and in the future I will continue to support the hospital any way I can, both through monetary donations or support in their efforts.
Yeah.
And I suppose it's very important for all of us, particularly as parents, to realise that our children are very precious, and we must do everything we can to support the hospital in every way we can. And I just really believe that, money spent in Crumlin Hospital for any kind of research or any kind of buildings is of great importance.
Is that a violin I hear in the background?
No.
I know, I'm being bad.
Yeah, really.
But I am angry.
Okay, here we go. How are we going to sort this out? Just to let you know, there was a lot of complaints, it says here, we brass from our neighbourhood in Ruth's manner in taking the law into her hands. Yes, she is doing a good cause, but Ruth needs to think before she acts. How are we going to sort this out? Where are the bras now, Catherine? Do you know where the bras are? Whereabouts?
Well, Ray, as I told you, and I told Ruth a moment ago, that I didn't know anything that were down until your researcher rang me.
Ruth, if we get the bras back for you, right, will you put a third row of bra bunting across the front of the building? We will promise to give you another mention tomorrow about your event on Sunday for Shave or Die. And maybe the next time you meet Catherine, you can shake hands or hug or kiss, whatever you do.
Listen, Ruth and I aren't going to fall out of this. I haven't fallen out with anybody, but I do want to express My sincere congratulations to Ruth for highlighting a very serious issue, and I do support her in every way.
Right.
But if tomorrow we have other issues like this, that people think that they can climb up poles and prop things without going anywhere to getting permission, there is a health and safety issue in this, and I've explained all of those to Ruth. Okay. If Ruth wants to accept them, well and good. If she doesn't, there's nothing I can do.
I didn't realise that you would need permission for it.
Well, as I told you the other day, Ruth, on the phone.
Well, listen, take your argument off it. Right. See you, Catherine, Byrne TD.
That's the look, Ruth. God bless. Bye.
Remember the donation, Catherine.
You don't be worrying about donations, Ruth. I well
you
donate.
Remember the donation.